started with a guy who used to come and visit me in my office many years ago called Arthur, and he used to come and want to convince me that he was the second son of God.
I think we both thought that a book that explored a psychiatric patient as the second son of God might not be palatable.
Well, Arthur was a role I went after unashamedly. I think I play him a lot straighter than I imagined I would. I was talking with Johnny on set one day, and Johnny says, "Are you going to have the line where he looks at someone and says, 'You know I'm the second son of God'?" And I said, "Yeah, I do have that line." I said, "Why?" And he says, "Oh, because when I first met Arthur, I'd known him for all this time, and I used to always think, what are you doing here? You're not mad like us. You know, there's nothing wrong with you. Who are you trying to kid?" Until one day he pulled Johnny aside and he looked him in the eye and he goes, "You know I'm the second son of God." And Johnny says, as soon as he said that, he thought, "Yep, you're mad like the rest of us."
I met many interesting characters in the psychiatric system. I met a bloke who thought he was Elvis, a girl who thought she was the Virgin Mary. There was a man who believed he was the second son of God. I met many other people who thought they were the devil incarnate, but they were really nice people.
I love the story of Arthur because, for me, Arthur captures the story of so many people I've known in the mental health service and in the mental health systems, both in the UK and in New Zealand. Even the tragic parts of the book where we lose characters are beautifully told in the context of the real loss of that person and not just the end point of an illness.
When I read the story of Arthur, he just reminded me of so many people I've met, and I think it actually says a lot about the people that live here as well. It shows that human side, which is the one we know, more than that frightening one where people are unwell. And so it was really exciting to see those very ordinary things, very human things happen. And I just fell in love with that story.
The World Health Organization say that by 2020, depression will be the second biggest health issue. So not just mental health issue, but health issue. We work both in promoting people's awareness of mental health and what they can do to develop and sustain their own mental health and well-being, as well as working to try and eradicate the discrimination and stigma that people with mental health problems often have experienced. We try and raise that awareness that actually mental health problems are common. It's part of being human.
Because of her work, she's a CAB worker, so therefore she is very aware of ex-psych patients or lodge, people that live in lodges. Because Margaret is considered sane, because of the challenging content that she does for Arthur, who is a ex-psych patient. That's a very challenging subject matter to make believable. Hopefully for me the message is, for people in the audience, is how preconceptions can really do a lot of damage.
And amongst the tragedy which forms part of the drama of the film, there's great humanity and great humour, I think, which is emerging from the performances of the actors. And the consideration of what's normal in society, what constitutes being a normal person and what normal behaviour is. Sometimes it seems to me that people who are classified as mad are actually quite sane by comparison, and some people who are supposed to be paragons of sanity do some very crazy things.